From the renewed surge in my Back from London video, I believe a lot of people can see the same things I can see. Let's discuss this further. I'm back in Cambodia, over a month now. I was in London for the whole of February. Business, family, the usual. When I left Cambodia, the economy was humming along. Tourism was strong. Pub Street was packed every night. Oil was $70 a barrel. Since I've been back, the world looks completely different. The Iran Gulf conflict erupted. Oil prices spiked. Flight costs from Europe went through the roof almost overnight. Pub Street went from packed to virtually empty in a matter of weeks. Students are graduating from hospitality schools into an economy that's declined dramatically in just 1 month. At this moment, the most important thing for now is survival, helping one another through this current crisis. But while I was in the UK, I discovered something that hasn't changed at all, a problem that's been here for years. A problem that, when this crisis winds down, will determine who captures the boom and who gets left behind. Let me tell you what I found. What they think in London. When I landed in the UK and started catching up with friends and family, a thought crossed my mind. How is Cambodia actually seen in the West? So I started asking, what do you know about Cambodia? The answers were revealing and honestly frustrating. Most people think what was happening in Cambodia 40 years ago must still be happening today. The Khmer Rouge, poverty, underdevelopment, danger. Nobody's fault, really. No news is no news. But here's what struck me. The average person in the West has no idea how modern Cambodia has become. They don't know about the internet connectivity across the entire country. They don't know about the modern buildings transforming Phnom Penh and Siem Reap. They don't know about the new airports, the infrastructure investments, the growing middle class, the incredible food scene, the sophisticated business culture. A lot of this change has happened in just the last 5 years. But the West, still operating on 40-year-old assumptions. The Thai restaurant lesson. This reminded me of something interesting. In the 90s, Thailand went on a massive global promotional drive. And one of the smartest things they did, they encouraged Thai people to open restaurants in every major city in the world. In the UK, Thai restaurants appeared everywhere. London, Manchester, Edinburgh, Bristol. Every town and city suddenly had Thai restaurants. And the food? A revelation. Fresh ingredients, bold flavors, completely unique. People went crazy for it. The result? Tourism to Thailand exploded. Why? Because everyone wanted to know, where does this food come from? What's the culture behind it? I need to see Thailand for myself. That's visibility. That's how you create demand. So, when I got back to London, I looked up Khmer restaurants in the UK. Want to guess how many I found? 0. Not 1. The booking problem. Let me give you a concrete example of what this invisibility costs. Imagine you're a Westerner sitting in London, New York, Paris, wherever. You've just watched a documentary about Angkor Wat. You're inspired. You want to visit. So you start planning your trip. You need to know where to stay, where to eat, how to get around, how to book a tuk-tuk for the day to visit the temples, what goods and services are available, what the modern Cambodia is actually like. You can't do this from the West. Why not? Because Cambodia doesn't exist online. Oh, sure, there are a few big hotels on Booking.com. Maybe Agoda has some listings. TripAdvisor has some reviews from tourists who managed to stumble upon places. But the real Cambodia? The local restaurants, the family-run guest houses, the talented independent tour guides, the artisan shops, the skilled tuk-tuk drivers, the traditional massage places, the tailors, the markets, the authentic experiences, invisible. No websites, no online directories that Westerners can find, no digital footprint whatsoever. So, what does the Western tourist do? They book the same 5 hotels everyone books. They eat at the same 10 restaurants everyone eats at. They hire guides through the big tour companies that show up in Google searches. Meanwhile, 95% of Cambodian businesses never even get seen. They never even get the chance to compete. Why Facebook isn't enough. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but we're on Facebook. We have a page. We post regularly. We get customers from it. And that's great. Genuinely, Facebook can work for local customers and word-of-mouth referrals. But here's the problem with only being on Facebook, WhatsApp, or Telegram, regional reach at best. These platforms are designed to connect you with people who already know you exist. Your friends, your friends' friends, your local community. But someone in London typing Best Family Guest House Siem Reap into Google, they're not going to find your Facebook page. Someone in New York searching authentic Khmer restaurant near Angkor Wat, and then see Your Facebook page won't appear. Someone in Sydney looking for honest tuk-tuk driver Siem Reap full-day tour? Your WhatsApp number is invisible to them. Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, these are regional tools. They work within Cambodia. They work for people who already have some connection to you. But for the vast majority of potential tourists who are searching from abroad, you don't exist. It's like having a brilliant shop on a back street with no sign. Locals who know might find you. But tourists walking past the main street, they'll never know you're there. And then the competitive disadvantage. And here's why this matters more than ever. We live in a connected world now. Every country is competing for tourist dollars, for international customers, for global visibility. The countries that are online, that show up in Google searches, that have businesses listed in directories, that have websites and booking systems, they have a massive competitive advantage. Thailand understood this 20 years ago. Vietnam is doing it now. Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, all investing heavily in digital presence. Meanwhile, Cambodia remains largely invisible. And with this oil crisis, with tourism down, with businesses struggling, when the boom comes back, and it will come back, the countries that are visible online will capture it first and fastest. The countries that remain invisible, they'll be waiting, hoping, wondering why the tourists aren't coming back as quickly. The tuk-tuk driver story. Just before I left for London, I spoke to a tuk-tuk driver in Phnom Penh. He told me he hadn't taken a single fare all day. This was back in February, before the oil crisis really hit. Tourism was already slowing. I said to him, "The tourists are coming. They always come back. Tourism is cyclical." He looked defeated. "When?" he asked. And I realized he's right to be worried. Because even when tourists do come back, even when people start planning Cambodia trips again, if he's not visible online, if he doesn't have a way for tourists to find him and book him before they arrive, he's going to be waiting at the temple gates, hoping someone picks him from the crowd. Meanwhile, the few tuk-tuk drivers who do have an online presence, who can be booked in advance, who show up when tourists search, they'll be fully booked before they even arrive. That's the competitive disadvantage. That's the cost of invisibility. The grandmother principle. If you've watched my coffee chat video, you know about my grandmother. She lived through 2 world wars and the Great Depression. And even when the UK economy was booming in the 1960s, she never stopped preparing. She stored food. She preserved vegetables. She built resilience. My family thought she was crazy. "You just go to the supermarket," they'd say. But here's what she understood. You don't build resilience during the crisis. You build it before. During the quiet times, during the good times. Right now, we're in crisis mode. Survival. And that's absolutely correct. That's what we should be focused on. But we're also in a strange quiet period. Tourism is down. Businesses are slow. There's less immediate pressure. This is actually the perfect time to prepare for what's next. Not spending money you don't have. Not building expensive websites during a crisis, but getting the basics in place. The digital visibility that will matter when tourists start searching again. An online directory listing. A simple Google business profile. Basic information that shows up when people search. Free or very low cost. Think of it like my grandmother storing food during the good times. We're storing visibility now for the boom that's coming. Because the boom is coming. History tells us this. Every crisis ends. Every tourism slump recovers, often stronger than before, because people are desperate to travel again after being restricted. The question is, when tourists start searching, will they find you? Not either or, it's both. And here's the important part. This isn't about replacing Facebook or WhatsApp or Telegram. It's about adding to them. You keep doing what works locally. Keep your Facebook page active. Keep your WhatsApp groups. Keep your local connections strong. But also have a presence that people can find from abroad. A simple listing, a basic profile, so you can funnel traffic from both sources. Local customers find you on Facebook. International tourists find you on Google. Both come to you. Both become your customers. You get to keep them. Build relationships. Get repeat business and referrals. That's how you build a sustainable business through ups and downs. So, what happens next? My vision. All right. So that's the challenge. Here's what I believe about the future. I pointed out that Thailand's boom compared to Cambodia's continued downturn came down to 3 things. The good news? There are no miracles involved. These are achievable. 1. Marketing. People invest in people and their stories. Cambodia already has a great story. You have a fabulous population that the rest of the world knows very little about. That's not a weakness. That's untapped potential. 2. Change perception. If most of the world thinks you're still living in 1985, that's where you'll stay in their minds. It's time to show people what life is really like in Cambodia. The modern infrastructure, the connectivity, the sophistication, the opportunity. 3. Confidence in the outcome. There's no reason to lack confidence here. If the marketing is done well, and if perception changes successfully, the desired outcome will happen. History proves this. Thailand did it. Vietnam is doing it now. Cambodia can do it too. Now let me make a prediction, and I'm confident about this one. Achieve those 3 points, and Cambodia's future looks fundamentally different. Because when this crisis ends, the world will be a different place. Many countries that have enjoyed decades of foreign investment, countries seen as safe havens, will no longer be considered the same way. Geopolitical shifts, economic realignments, new risks that weren't there before. Foreign investment will be looking for new safe havens. And Cambodia? You have what they're looking for. The infrastructure investment is already here. You have a young, dynamic population, incredible culture, strategic location, political stability that many other countries are losing. That investment will want to come to these shores. Here's what I know. You can endure hardship when you know it won't last forever. And this won't last forever. Cambodia's moment in the sun is coming. The question is, will you be visible when it arrives? Will your business, your restaurant, your guest house, your service, will you show up when investors and tourists start searching? Or will you still be waiting, hoping, invisible? The choice is yours. But I believe, genuinely believe, that Cambodia is about to step into something extraordinary. And I want to see as many Cambodian businesses as possible capture that opportunity. Not just the same 5 hotels, not just the big tour companies. You, your family business, your hard work, your authentic Cambodia. That's what the world needs to see. That's what I came back from London convinced of. Cambodia doesn't have to be invisible. And when you become visible? When the world sees what I see every day walking through Siem Reap, everything changes. Thank you for listening. If you found this useful, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't seen my Coffee Chat series where I talk about building resilience during tough times, check that out too. Let's make Cambodia visible together.